Hey everyone, welcome to my library. My name is Melissa and I have a very exciting video to film. This is a book haul, but a very specific book haul because this is a lot of vintage Georgette Heyer books. I was on the hunt for a copy of These Old Shades, which I'm reading right now. And I came across this book lot and it was like an OBO type thing. So it was on bid and I bid what I thought was a lowball offer. And they accepted it. So, cause it's a lot of books. I mean, I can't remember the actual count of how many, but it equated to like $1.50 a book or something like that. So, anyways, I thought it was worth the price and I got it and it's finally here. And I wanted to film this video while my sons and my husband are actually at a Pinewood Derby. So I have the house to myself for a minute and thought this would be an opportune time. It actually came literally 2 hours ago. So it was serendipitous. So yeah, I will cut this open and we will get started on hauling all of these Georgette Heyer books. What I really want out of this is your opinions on which ones you've read and liked. I've read a few of these that I know are in this lot. And I'll say them as I go, but I would love your opinion on all the others where I should, start my next read of Georgette Heyer, because she is an amazing author and I'm very excited to have a lot of her books now. So let's get started. Okay, we have it open. I'm so excited. And actually the first book on the pile is the one I am currently reading. And the reason why I bought this lot in the first place, because I loved the cover. And that is These Old Shades. So this cover we love. So it's got the main girl, Leonie, who has red hair just like her father, who is a duke, but she actually was born in poverty and switched at birth. Dum dum dum. So that's the whole story, is her kind of coming into her own, and she's a boy. Like the main hero of the story ends up buying her off the streets basically from her brother, and because he thought she was a boy. And so he was gonna turn her into his page because he knew that her hair color was unique. And there's a whole backstory behind why the main hero has kind of a vengeance against her biological dad. But that's a whole side plot. But basically, it's kind of like a My Fair Lady situation. And I love it. It's so good so far. I'm listening to it on audio and tandem reading at the same time because I found it's really helping me with like the French pronunciation of things when I hear it spoken so well. So I'm excited to find where I am. I know I'm about halfway through this book. I don't know why the font seems so large for it being like what I felt like is a long book, but that's fine. So yeah. So here's the first book. This is a Bantam book printing of this story. And let's see when it was printed. Printed in 1970. But it was originally written in 1926. So fun. Okay, so yeah. First book. Okay, second book is one I haven't read, and I love this cover. It's very, very Valentine's Day appropriate. This is Venetia by Georgette Heyer. I'm not going to say who it was by anymore. We all know. It says, one of the best of Miss Heyer's sprightly romances. That's fun. Let's see. Venetia is one of Miss Heyer's most charming heroines, and her romance with Lord Demerall, a confirmed rake, makes another of the author's Regency novels very good fun indeed. As usual, Miss Heyer's great good humor and her wealth of information about Regency England makes it a pleasure to take. I agree on that. Like, that's what I love about Georgette Heyer's writing, is how knowledgeable it is and how like Austen-esque it feels. So another fun. This looks like it was printed in, let's see, 1958. So there's this one. Okay, next book. We have Pharaoh's Daughter. Gotta love this cover too. They're like so close to holding hands. They're playing cards, it looks like, and like slightly. And it says, an enthralling novel of England's glittering Regency era and of a dazzling young gaming house wench who played for the highest stakes of all. Fun. Okay, so there's that one. This is another Bantam Books printing. Okay. This is more in line with the Venetia book. So this is Sylvester or The Wicked Uncle. I have read this book. This is a really good book. It's narrated by Richard Armitage on audio. And that's how I ended up reading it years ago, because Richard Armitage is Mr. Thornton in North and South, if you guys have seen that miniseries, or he's also in The Hobbit. I don't know. He's famous enough. I don't need to like tell you who he is. But yeah, I can't remember anything about this book, sadly, so I could just reread it in print and it would honestly probably be like it's the first reading. But yeah, so there's this one. The Wicked Uncle. I'm kind of glad they changed the title. I don't think that's a good title, the original one. Okay. Ooh, I love this one. The Black Moth. Look at how pretty that cover is. It's so pretty. Oh my gosh. Looks like they stopped. Oh, he's wounded. I don't know if you can tell, but he's like holding his arm because he has like a cut. Let's see. The Black Moth. Lovely Diana Bewley was under siege. The notorious Duke of Andover meant to have her, if not with her assent, then by force. But Diana was not about to surrender her virtue. She had already lost her heart to the man who rescued her from the Duke, a handsome, mysterious highwayman. Nice. That's fun. Okay, so there's this one. Okay, next one. April Lady. So this says, a memorable novel of romantic intrigue introducing one of the most enchanting heroines in fiction by an author who, quote, like Jane Austen, has a gift for painting characters who stand out in bright relief. Totally agree with that. I have never read this one. I have heard of this one though. So let's see. Young, beautiful, impetuous Lady Helen Cardross has collected quite a basket of little white lies in her efforts to help those less fortunate than herself. There were, for example, her own dashing, debt-ridden brother and her husband's lovesick, youthful sister. But to her adored and adoring lord and master, there could be no dissembling of integrity, honor, or truth. One faced up to grim reality, unless one were Lady Helen. And so began a romantic duel between two strong-willed people who, when the last Roman candle finally winked out, learned to compromise under the common denominator of love. Oh, that's fun. Okay, so there's this one. Okay. I've read this one. This is Frederica. A slightly scandalous young beauty tangles with the most notorious rake in London. Yeah, I have read this one. This one was a good one. I love this one. Can't remember anything about it other than I really enjoyed it, but this is a really fun cover too. It's got the red sprayed edges. Okay, next one. The Reluctant Widow. I can kind of guess already what the like the trope will be. But it's obviously someone who is now a widow and does not want to love again. Eleanor found herself inextricably drawn to the aloof, caustic man who treated her with nothing more than cousinly respect, the last thing that spirited Eleanor wanted. Fun. So there's this one. Okay. This is a good cover. Powder and Patch. Never heard of this one. I wonder if some of these are like printings from like Signet Regency romances. Just curious. I don't know. But yeah. There's this one. I'm like looking into the books. I don't want to waste your guys' time. Sorry. Okay. So that was the first bit. Now they've done these in like bags. So I'm opening the next bag right now. Okay. The Tollgate. Oh, I love that embrace. Let's see. Captain John Staple has enjoyed active service too much to ever settle for a life of humdrum respectability. The post of gatekeeper to a toll house in the I don't know how to say this, the Pennines appear to offer certain unexpected and agreeable diversions. This exciting, witty novel tells how the handsome dragoon becomes involved with an engaging highwayman, a taciturn Bow Street runner, and a stolen hoard of gold coins whilst protecting the squire's attractive niece from black villainy. Ooh, that sounds so fun. I've never heard of this one either, but that sounds like, I love like the dark side of London kind of thing. So that's a good one. Okay, cool. I'm trying to like figure out which ones like kind of pique my interest as I go. Okay. This one, Bath Tangle. Let's see. Never were there two young women less alike than the gentle Lady Fanny and the volatile Lady Serena. They were, however, good friends. Fanny, recently widowed, and some years the younger was, in fact, Serena's stepmother. To compound the confusion, Serena's inheritance was, by the term of her father's will, controlled by the stern Marquis of Rotherham, the man she had just jilted. The two girls decided to take a house in Bath, where Serena hoped the gay social life would temper their grief, but they could hardly avoid the romantic entanglements for which the spa was famous, thereby raising the eyebrows of their peers and the thundering disapproval of the Marquis, who had his own plans for Fanny and Serena, particularly Serena. Dun dun dun. Cool. So like a vacation kind of book. Fun. Okay, here's the next one. Oh, this one's thick. Cotillion. Love this cover. They're dancing. Love a good dance scene in a book. Let's see. Kitty had to choose one of the cousins. When Kitty, Charing's guardian, wills her his vast fortune on the condition that she marry one of his nephews, she finds herself beset by suitors. Kitty refuses the reluctant rector, dismisses the dense lord, and agrees to a betrothal to the dandified Freddie, but only to make Jack, a reckless roue with a reputation among the ladies, jealous. But jealousy is a double-edged sword, and when a far from reformed Jack finally offers for Kitty, Freddie discovers a rougher side to his rarefied nature. And Kitty finds a husband more precious than the plumpest inheritance. More precious than the plumpest. That sounds so good. I love this. Oh, it's large type. That's why it's so thick. Okay, makes sense. There's this one. Okay. So this one is Regency Buck. I don't know. Do you guys, I don't know if I should read the back of all of these or if I should just show the covers. Oh my gosh, there's a bird in my house. Oh my gosh. It just ran into my screen door. Oh no. Okay, update on the bird. So it flew, as you guys saw, back there behind me. Then it flew over here because this is like sliding glass doors that open all the way, like wall to wall kind of. Anyways, it flew into that glass door that was still closed and fell on the ground right there. You probably heard that. I was so sad because I thought it had died, but I went over there, and obviously with me coming over, it was like laying in shock, kind of like breathing. And so I didn't know what to do for a while. So I was just sitting there like trying to like be there for its last moments because I thought that's what was happening. But then it turned over, it flipped over onto its feet. And then after like 2 seconds, it flew out, and it flew out of the door and onto the flowers over there, like totally fine. Like it maybe hurt his wing. I don't know. It looked like he flew totally normal after that. So like, I think he's okay, which is great. Oh my gosh, that was probably one of the most hilarious things I've ever caught on camera. But anyways, there's the narrative for you. And now we can get back to the book haul. Okay, we're back. I have a few more books to show you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 more books. And then my lot will be done. Okay, so the next one is Black Sheep. So it says, with her high-spirited intelligence and good looks, Abigail Wendover was a most sought-after young woman. Well-bred, she had always obeyed the wishes of her wealthy family. But with all her high-placed suitors, she found none that she could love. Then she blundered upon a stranger, Miles Caverley, a man who had been in exile, who seemed bankrupt, who had no regard for the polite conventions of society. His cynicism, his morals, his manners appalled Abigail, yet irresistibly she was drawn to his knowing smile. But when he revealed his shocking secret, she was sure that her family never could accept this man. ... Ooh, so kind of like a star-crossed lovers situation. So that's fun. Okay, Black Sheep. I get the title now. Okay, this one is Pistols for Two. The meeting of eyes at a ball, the touch of hands in an open carriage, one breathless moonlit kiss. This is the stuff of which stories like these are made. Here is the vanished world of great country houses and London in the season, of titles and fortune and scandalous elopements to Gretna Green, of sprightly schoolgirls and bored men of fashion, pretty widows and charming peers. A frivolous, decorous world where marriages of convenience threaten, but love always triumphs. Well, that tells me nothing. Okay. I mean, I like the Pistols at Dawn situation happening on the cover. This is a really interesting cover, I will say. So there's that one. Okay. Next one, The Unknown Ajax. Very flirtatious dress. And he looks interesting. I don't know. I don't love his outfit, but that's just me. Okay. Making the best of a bad situation, Anthea Derricott was civil to her newly met cousin Hugh, but barely. For Anthea, reduced to accepting the charity of irascible Lord Derricott, had been ordered to marry Hugh, recent heir to the Derricott fortune. Grandfather Derricott's plan seemed perfect to grandfather. Hugh, the offspring of his son and a common weaver's daughter, might bring an unsuitable wife into the family. To prevent this disaster, Hugh must marry the impoverished 22-year-old spinster Anthea. Knowing this, the two young people detested one another on sight. But the infant Cupid was shooting his arrows with an appalling lack of aim that season. ... So basically a marriage of convenience. So that's cute. Okay. There's that one. Uh-oh, this one has lost its cover. Oh boy. Okay. Well, this one is the Talisman Ring. And it's also a marriage of convenience story. So that's a bummer. But all the other ones are fine, so I'll take it. Okay. This is, ironically, The Convenient Marriage. So I'm gonna assume another marriage of convenience. Okay. So there's this one. I'm not gonna read the backs if I know what the trope is already, because we all know, you know what I mean? I know this one is part of the this kind of like series, like the Avon series. I can't remember what it's called, but I know this is a very, very famous one of hers. Devil's Club. No, sorry, Devil's Cub. Excuse me. It says, Love, Abduction, and a Dangerous Masquerade. A novel of a bewitching young beauty in an age of elegance and breathtaking romance. Fun. Okay, cool. So there's this one. Oh yeah, see, it's set in 18th century Paris, like the other one. I don't recognize these names though. Maybe I will, or maybe I should. But yeah, like I don't recognize the Marquis of Vidal. I don't know who that is in these old shades, but I think it's connected somehow. So I'll have to figure that out. But what's happening here? Like he's holding his sword. She's fainted. Something went down. Okay. Here's that one. We're down to our last two. Okay, the next one, Sprig Muslin. He is injured and they are embracing. So something else must have happened with this one. Beautiful, charming, and hopelessly in love, young Amanda left home, fleeing her grandfather and his objections to her engagement to an impoverished young officer. On her own, the willful, flirtatious Amanda soon crossed paths with the dashing but cynical Sir Gareth, an older man with romantic woes of his own. And, as her unlikely and unwilling protector, he soon found himself entangled in a complicated tapestry of events woven by the irrepressible Amanda. So is it like an age gap? Maybe? I'd be down for that. But yeah, there's this one. Oh, this one's large type too. I think these old shades seems to be large type as well. Oh, this one's a repeat. So this one is the Regency Buck. So yeah, so I have 2 copies now. But yeah, so there's this one. That is all of them. Look at the amount of books here. I should count how many there are. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 books. Not bad. So yeah, so that was my haul. Please let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed this video. Maybe leave a bird emoji if you have nothing else to say, because wow, that was an event. And yeah, I would love to hear from you guys. But with all that being said, please like and comment and subscribe if you want to see more from me. And I will see you guys in another video. Bye.